What you see here on the map is the map of basically Faerun, the Sword Coast. I'm going to go ahead and back up. This is where they currently are. They're flying in this Cloud Giant's tower vehicle, Zephyros's tower. And let's go ahead and back up just a second so you can kind of get a glimpse. Everything is taking place in this tiny little area. Okay, so let's scoot on back down here. And we're giving a little bit more time because you're about to be treated to a previously on the sorry, I was about to say Lost Mines of Phandelver, but I really meant Storm King's Thunder. Smurf, are you ready to go?
Yes.
All right.
You ready?
Do it.
All right, last time on Storm King's Thunder, the group was taken to the sky by a good-natured cloud giant by the name of Zephyros. The party was treated to awesome food and pillow skydiving. The tower was then attacked mid-flight by Amarath and Navan and a bunch of vultures. The party found out they worked for a group called the Yansi Bin, or the Cult of Yansi Bin, and they really just wanted to give Zephyros some pixie dust. We decided that was a bad idea, and we continued on our way.
I'm waiting for your signature conclusion.
Let's do this!
Let's do this! That's right.
Sorry, I wasn't in the script. I didn't have it typed out. I was in a hurry.
Yeah. I know. That's why I was waiting.
I can only read from the teleprompter.
So, this is the kind of nearing the morning of day 3. Y'all had spent a little bit of time with Zephyros on this tower, and he's booking it. You know, what took you 5 days, 6 days of travel, and that's with him kind of giving you a bit of a push to get to Zelbros. He's made that time in under 24 hours as he's heading to Uluvin. Now, one of the party members, Alessandra, made mention of wanting to stop off at Uluvin, so he's kind of agreed to do so. This town right here, this little
yeah,
dot.
but she's not here, so.
So she's going to be left behind and not actually get what she came here for, but it'll be interesting anyways because that's what the DM planned.
Well, we're just gonna toss her from here. She should be able to make it, right? All right. A little bit to the left. Got it.
Things can tumble.
Keep
She's
casting
small.
first level spells till you hit the wild magic that teleports you to the city.
She'll bounce.
So the party is making its way to Uluvin, and again it's the third morning. Because of all the combat that occurred at the conclusion of the last game, which was last Wednesday, I want to give you all a time to check and see whether or not there's something that you wanted to do post combat that you didn't get a chance to do before.
Well, Arjak will want to go, and now that he's found the outside of the tower, he would like to try to pee off the tower. But he's going to forget wind physics and pee into the wind.
Well, that's great, because he's not very smart, is he?
No, he's not.
So do you do this from like one of the top floors too, or are you actually...
No, ground level. He's
Okay.
smarter than that because he doesn't want to hit anyone below him.
Okay.
Like
So
in the tower.
no, that's fine. So you successfully do what you just said you did, which is and you relieve yourself in the morning, and you kind of walk back into the tower, slightly leg drenched.
Yes.
Frostbite in
Yes.
places you don't want to be frostbit.
Yes.
Morning.
Yes, do you smell that?
Alessandra kind of immediately perks up when you come back, and she goes, "Ew!"
Smells like victory in here. Because we
That's-
kicked their butts.
Not what I was thinking.
Smells like urine in here.
I don't know why. Let's go get some breakfast.
Zephyros
Why
kind of
don't you
like
stay over there and have your breakfast?
Zephyros snaps his fingers. Prestidigitation later. You're a little less urine-y. He also conjures up a good meal for everyone. He chuckles a little bit, and so I understand you want to stop at Uluvin. I'm not a fan of that city, but so I'm going to stop a little bit farther away than usual. You all go and have a good time. I don't want any part of it. And he ends up kind of, after you finish your meal, you kind of look outside the front door, and you kind of notice that there's a little hamlet that must be Uluvin down below, but it's really, really small. He doesn't quite drift down to like the 30-foot mark like he did when he picked you all up from Zelbros. He kind of hangs out at about 500 feet, and there's this massive staircase that leads down, not into Uluvin, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a mile outside of it.
So, Zelbros, is there some reason why you do not favor this town?
Every time I go there, I keep having to put my little tower into reverse, and it never works. So I'm going to stop parking here so you know the direction to go.
I mean, so question to get down to the ground faster, because steps. You don't think you can muster up like a cloud on the ground that we can jump into and be okay when we land?
No.
Hey, Arjack, I'm
Trey.
willing to bet I can slide down the banister on the left side faster than you can on the right side.
Is there a banister?
I assumed there was, as we follow our death.
No, actually, no. There is no banister. But the steps are wide. So, like, think of it as a a cloud giant staircase, right? 15 feet wide. I misrepresented, by the way, the cloud giant before, because I think I made him large and he needed to be huge. So he should have been 15 by 15.
Wow.
Draven's headed down the stairs.
Hey, Arjack.
What's the height of each stair? Like, are we gonna have to crawl down like toddlers, or?
He's kind of a little. Zephyros is a little distracted because he has more of the griffins up in the top, so he doesn't really kind of remember that. Oh yeah, it's you all going down the stairs. So each stair is a good 3 feet, and you see like Elsandra straggling like way behind you all as you guys are going down the stairs.
Can we ride a griffin down?
Well, Arjack, what about shield riding?
No.
Like, come on.
Not on a 3-foot drop. No. I mean, he's smarter than that.
Well, you get the angle just right, there'll be no drop.
Are you all coming or not?
I'm with Traven.
Yeah.
I handle the stairs just fine.
Now I will tell you that as you drop down, each stair that you land on, it's not hard. It's still that kind of cushy material. So you literally just kind of like the whole thing is just hopping down each one of the stairs.
Oh, then he's speed jumping.
Okay.
Can I race him?
That you can,
Not
but
fair.
I need a dex save.
Okay.
So,
Public or tower?
Traven, are you racing him as well, or?
Not fair, your legs are longer, he's trying.
Okay, so go ahead
What?
and give me a
Tower
dex
or
save real
public?
quick.
Tower
I
or
cannot bring you back from the dead.
public? Do you want tower or public?
Tower,
Right.
please. Oh, man. Okay, so Arjack is bounding almost 2 stairs at a time, and Traven kind of like notices what he's doing, and he's like, "Yeah, that makes sense because it's still cushy. It doesn't matter how far we jump down, right?" And so he gets about halfway down, and all of a sudden he jumps forward and lands straight on his face, and like falls down the next 3 or 4 steps. It doesn't hurt, but it's not like no one on the staircase is thinking. I saw
wait a
that.
minute, when he lands, he just tries to swim down the stairs by grabbing the step in front of him.
Yeah, you pretty much almost can. But it's an awkward, like, your face still hits the ground before you get to the next stair.
And so Getch will turn to Aiden and say, "You ever wonder how they won the Dragon Wars? I mean, honestly.
I wonder how they've made it out of the swamp."
Nice. It takes a good almost 3 hours for you to make it all the way down the staircase. Everyone's just a little bit winded, and he dropped you off in a place where basically the stairs conclude at the Iron Road, just south of Uluvin, and you kind of make a right and you kind of head towards the city. There is a little line of trees that kind of block your view from seeing very much, but you kind of, when you were much higher, you saw that, you know, it is a really rather small town.
Is it called the Iron Road figuratively or just the name?
It's the name.
Okay, so it's not literally made of iron.
No, it is not literally made of iron. So, you all begin to approach Uluvin, and so one of the things that Elsandra was hoping to pick up was a quarterstaff in this town. I'm tempted not to. I think I might not play her just because I'm trying to only play NPCs. So many accents, so little time, and so just kind of wanted to give that as a heads up. You start moving towards Uluvin. Is there anything that y'all want to? I'm trying not to tell you how you are traveling. So how are you traveling towards Uluvin? You've made it to the road.
Probably just walking down the road.
Walking in a group, yeah.
5 abreast or whatever.
I'll take point a little bit because muscles.
Okay, so there's a little bit of we're off to see the wizard, kind of arm in arm kind of thing going down the road, with our merry band of foursome, making it to Uluvin. The trees kind of part just a little bit, and now we're gonna bring up another map. Thank you, by the way, Pinterest.
Amazing.
Ease on down the road.
Well, you had to go with the new version of Wizard.
It's catchy.
It is not classical.
At this point, I think it is.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's
Michael Jackson was a young teen in that movie, so, you know.
Was he a teen?
Yeah.
Yeah, playing the Scarecrow. Does everyone see the map? I know it might take a little bit. It's a rather large map. For those out in Twitch land, this is what I mean by rather large map.
Do you have Fog of War on for it? Is that why it's not?
I do.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So I really wanted to make sure you were focusing on that first house as you're walking by. Is this okay as your marching order? Okay.
I'm good with it.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
basically, as soon as Arjak runs in or walks into the door frame of this first house.
Oh, are we going up to it, or do we just want to pass it?
No, I'm
Do
just
we
saying,
care
like,
about the house?
I think he has other plans for us here.
what the heck?
He said as soon as you pass the door facing.
Huh.
Because I think that alternate color thing, square looking thing is the door.
That's like the steps up to it.
Steps to the
So
door.
just as you pass the door frame of the first house, two teenagers, humans, grab you by the arm and drag you in, going, "Get in here!"
They
can't
grab
drag
Arjak?
me.
They reach for Arjak and they bring him in. They're trying to bring him in.
Can I try to lift him off the ground and just be like, "Don't touch me"?
Okay, they kind of look at you, kind of freaked out, and then they reach out to Trayban and they're like, "Get in here!"
That's
Who are
okay.
you and what is the problem?
They are
NPCs.
NPCs is correct, and they are so. Albie and Lashana. So Albie Grislow and Lashana Dayar, or Dar, Daar.
Wait, Albie Grislow?
Albie Albie Grislow, Grizlow, and Lashona Leshonna Dar, Daar.
I butchered the
If-
spelling on all of that.
If and when they tell us why, I want to roll insight on them, because I don't trust strangers.
Okay.
Especially grabby ones.
Well,
Yeah.
if so, I need to know: are you all resisting them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then they kind of look at you kind of weird, and they go, "Okay, die," and they run back in the house and close the door.
Oh, well, I don't like dying.
So please, perception checks, everyone.
Public or private?
Let's do public.
Oh,
Come on, Goliath eyes.
it's a cryptic message from the GM.
Yes, that is very strange.
That was Book accidentally hitting the keyboard. Okay, so Traben, just as you hear them go, "Okay, then dying," and they shut the door, you hear rumbling up ahead of you. It's considerably in the distance, and the homes aren't big, but because you're kind of close to them, they block a lot of your perception into the main town square. But just over one of the buildings, you see the top of the top part of a head of a giant.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it appears the town is beset by giants.
Sounds like we could make some money. Hey, you remember that time that we killed that other giant? I bet we can kill this one too.
What does the head look like?
So it's slightly farther.
Tasty.
It's
Is he
slightly
hot?
farther than what you can see on the map. I've opened up a massive area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the how does the head look?
I mean, is there sounds of destruction, carnage, screaming, anything like that?
Oh, you hear some. So, what was your perception, Arjack? Was it a 14?
14.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Arjack, because you speak giant, you can hear them, and they're talking about, "Oh, you dropped it. I didn't drop it. You dropped it. Who are you talking about? What do we drop? Oh, dropped the doohickey." And you hear different voices like, "I didn't drop it."
How many voices do I hear? 2? Just back and forth? Or
Yeah, it's hard to
Okay.
make out. You only see one head.
And it looks like, is it slender? Is it big? Is it?
It,
Does it
it's
have a
Head
very
brunette?
nice? Does it have a very nice?
so based on the
haircut on
height of everything, definitely smaller than Zephyros.
right then, folks. I'm gonna turn to the group and go. So I'm gonna say this, and I want you to take it at face value. There's a bunch of idiots up front.
Yes, you are.
No. Meaning behind me in the town, the giants, and comparatively to me, idiots. So now it sounds like I'm guessing there might be 3, 4 maybe, but they ain't very smart. So I think if we get some rope and just kind of run by real quick, we might be able to trip them.
So we're thinking perhaps it's more the giants of the hills, the dumber, uglier ones.
They kind of sounded like ogres, but dumb.
Let us go see if they are
Ogres,
causing
but
damage
dumb?
to this village.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So
No, but I mean, ogres
fr-
are very
the-
dumb.
The building
Exactly.
that you're looking at right now is not destroyed at all. The buildings that you can see up ahead of you have not been destroyed. However, the farmland that's kind of over in this area
Yeah.
there is no crops. Crops have been harvested.
I mean, if you would like, I could try to communicate with these folks.
Children. Children.
So, Arjack, what if you get your rope tied across the road and you trick them to come running down this way? Maybe they won't see the rope.
I could do that. I'm on it.
So the door opens, Traben, and you get just yanked in, and the door closes right behind you.
Oh, they have kidnapped Trayvon.
Sucks. Can I start running rope back and forth across the road right here?
To do what?
I'm going to try to create like a snare wire with it
Big old tripwire.
Roll a wisdom check.
No. Please, no. Wisdom check. Okay.
Wisdom check. Not saving throw. Check.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Way to go. You lucked out. So after rolling a 19, you go, there's nothing really good to anchor this on. I think it's more likely that if I try to snare them, they're just going to rip the houses down.
My light bulb illuminated finally.
Yeah. But as you got closer, as Arjak got closer to what's going on, you can hear that they're talking about something that got dropped down a hole. And there's one voice that you definitively hear, like, really like, I don't like the sound of that. I don't want to be a part of, that hole sounds scary. I don't want to reach down there. No. And
Can I try to stealth closer?
Absolutely.
Okay. My
In the
goal
tower.
is to go. Goal is to go. Do you want to lock my token so you see my movements?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's lock this up. So wait a minute. Before you continue, because you had to take some time to assess the fact that your rope would have probably brought these, thatched roof houses down on its knees. What is everyone else doing?
I'm banging on the door. Give us back our paladin.
And you kind of hear what kind of is in the end of that nursery room of the three little pigs going, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, but rather, we'll let you in if you want, but you got to be quiet.
Give him back.
You got to be quiet.
Give him back.
Puff and all puff.
Don't let him blow,
We'll go
because
in.
he will burn your house down.
Okay, so then with that news, Traven, they like slam the door open. They're like, "It's not our house."
Squatters.
So the door's
So
open.
what-
You can see
what are-
Traven. He's not hurt. And you have these two teenagers, and they're really rather afraid.
There are giants in your village.
Yeah,
What are they doing?
there's three of them.
What are they doing?
They have taken over the well. We don't know, and they've stolen all the crops. We have everyone who was in the city. We got just a little bit of a warning from this dwarf that came through. We didn't believe him, but when he said something that the hill giants were coming, we at least prepared. So we had provisions kind of packed and ready to go, and all of a sudden they came, three of them, and most of the people are up in the northern wooded area just north of Uluvin. But we came back to see if we could rescue some more of our gear, and also to see if they've already left. Which unfortunately, this sucks. They didn't leave.
So why don't you just sneak back out and go back north?
And then the girl, Lashana, looks kind of over at the boy, and he makes mention of the fact that I'm here to try to recover the ring.
The water ring.
No.
Oh, that's always bad.
No.
What?
He's trying to be he acquired a ring for her.
Oh.
So
Hey, well, congratulations to the both of you. Hopefully, the rest of your life will be a lot less eventful than this part.
I hope so.
Hey, Aiden, did you hear? The Giants are ripping up the farm
Ah!
fields.
Oh dear. I better go look at that.
Have
Okay.
they destroyed any buildings in your village?
This is the weird thing. They haven't. We haven't seen any destruction. They're very. I've never seen hill giants be this methodical.
And you've been around a lot of hill giants?
No, but they're so stupid. They are so stupid. There was one that we walked right by because he was picking his nose for 20 minutes. Okay,
No.
Arjak.
Yes, I would like to try to stealth to here.
Okay,
You want stealth? You want public or you want private?
Private.
I know.
so all stealth checks go. And why did you get advantage?
I should have gotten disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. You did.
Because of my armor.
Okay. So Aiden, as you're walking over towards the farmland, you see Arjak kind of get into that whole I'm in stealth mode.
Yeah, he's like,
and then you hear chink 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 chink. Now you have to admit, it's not the loudest you've heard him by far. But
He's so not bright.
But not super stealthy. So let's see.
Oh, that's our rogue for you.
Children, when you said not bright or stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Those are mean words.
Well, you're not there to scold them.
I know.
can I try to stealth to here?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again, just because I want to know if it gets better or
I know, I
worse.
want to know too.
Hey! So the second time, you're kind of chuckling, Aiden, as you make it over towards the farmland, and then all of a sudden, he goes silent as he continues on. So,
And I want to peek around the building
okay,
into the middle of town.
I'm going to give you what you can see.
Oh.
That's what you can see, and really it's because I gave you the benefit of the doubt and I put you there.
Okay. Is anyone? I want to pause and let anyone else do anything else, and then I'll keep my stealth in.
Yes. So, Aiden, what are you doing over here?
I'm checking out what horrible things they've done to the crops.
So you see these massive footprints of the hill giants, and all the food has been ransacked in a way that, again, you kind of get the sense there's not a lot of likelihood that they're going to be able to replant with the crops that are there. There is some damaged goods that were kind of like ripped out, and you get the you can kind of picture in your head they were like probably grabbing and putting just directly into a bag, and some of them they lost grip on, and so there's a stalk here and a stalk there as they just kind of ripped up all the produce that would have been from this and the adjoining farm.
Okay. I will say a little prayer, and then
Can I try to make eye contact with Aiden before she leaves?
I don't. Well, Aiden would have
I'm
to
looking
be
at the dirt.
Okay.
Yeah, Aiden would have to have looked over at you.
I don't want to look over there because he's in the direction that the giants are, and if I don't see them, they're not there.
Fair enough.
RJ, go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick. Okay. You overhear the conversation, and a little bit better. It's not perfect, but you really get the sense that there's probably the third one's probably in the square as well. You just can't see him from where you're standing. The hill giant one appears to be staring into a big well in the center of town, and his body is literally prone to the ground, and his arm is as far down in the well as he can get, and he's going, I can't feel it. I must not have dropped it. Hill Giant 4 is actually kind of acting a little bit like what you would kind of assume Aiden would react. He's just timid to the well, like going, there's spiders down there. There's scary things down in that well, which is kind of weird, again, coming from this just massive clump of a hill giant, right?
Can I stealth to there?
Yes, but the DC gets higher, so go ahead.
Did that roll? No, it didn't. Did it?
No. Okay.
He's totally gonna do like a roll across that little empty spot.
Yeah, that much is clear that's what you did because as you do a roll, you kind of trip prone in the center of the street, but you can definitively see the third hill giant that's standing over the guy the hill giant that has his arm way down in the well, and he doesn't notice you because he's constantly hitting the guy, going, "You're never going to reach your arms are not that long." He actually has common sense, which is, again, not a typical hill giant trait. You get the sense of the three of them, that's the one you have to be the most concerned about.
Got it.
But they're making a lot of noise in the center of town.
Can you go ahead and move? Can you move me?
Yes, and let's go back to Aiden and the rest. So before Aiden arrives, you all have time to continue talking with the two teenagers that's in the house. Is there any information that you are looking for?
What do you mean? Go ahead.
No, you make it.
No, please.
What's this ring you're looking for? Describe it. Where should it be?
It's a platinum band, and
ooh, boy spent some money on you, girl.
Well, it's a family heirloom.
Ah,
He spent nothing.
But I'm clearing out more of the area because as they're describing it to you, you just kind of visualize what the rest of the town looks like. And so the house with the ring is this house. Which is unfortunate because, again, it's the house closest to where the giants are. So.
Well, it looks like the giants are done with this part of town since they've already gathered the food from here and have moved to the center. So I'm willing to bet they may head this way on their way out, but I doubt they're going to come here. So this house is probably a safe bet. We can go up there, see what's going on with the giants, and once the giants have been dealt with, attempt to find your ring for you, and move on from there. So I recommend you two stay here, do whatever teenagers do when they're left alone in a house.
Hide?
Yes, that's exactly what he meant.
I think we can do that.
All right.
They're not well armed. They don't have armor or weapons. I mean, the boy probably has a rake. You know, it's the best he's got going on right now. Don't
try to use that against giants.
He's got a hoe.
Don't talk about
nice
his
about
girl
her.
like that.
Yeah. All right, so shall we, my merry friends? We'll see how Jedi is.
But wait, when you say they have taken over the well, what do you mean?
I mean, I can't get by them to get to the house.
Oh, so they've stationed themselves at the well.
I'm not a military person.
I have a
soldier.
That's obvious. Give me the ring. Let me have the ring.
Can I have a little bit more sight around me?
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and just kill it at this point because you would have had a chance to kind of it's not some dense fog necessarily that's going all around.
Right, it's just visual range.
Yeah.
What is this building with the light coming out of? Or I guess it's smoke. It's not a light. What's in? Is that a high stone fence, short stone fence? What am I looking at there?
The one that's next to you.
Yeah, I wish I could put a mark. Like, I'm just gonna draw there, like right there. What is that?
So this structure is designed more as an inn of sorts. There's no one there. There's a little bit of smoldering smoke coming up from where there was probably a mad dash to get out of the area. They didn't bother necessarily, making sure that the fire was completely put out.
Hold on, Mr. DM. Mr. DM, it sounds like there's a fancy ground training moment here. You do know, my dear friend, that you can place the pointer on the map if you so choose.
How do you do that?
All right, right-click on the map.
Yes.
You'll see an arrow. It says pointers if you mouse over it.
Oh, okay.
You've got a whole sundry of ones you can do. You do a cone, a circle, square.
I'm following
arrows.
along with your instruction, so that people on Twitch can see.
Oh, look at you!
So this right there. What is that little lump there that I'm looking at?
This is a map that I took off Pinterest. It's not accurate to a pebble.
I know, but I'm just wondering. Oh, well, okay. You got what? Is that an open area? Is that a patio? Is that a fenced-in area?
There's a small. Basically, at one point it probably was designed for outdoor tavern eating and drinking. Okay. The chairs and everything else that would have been in that area have been completely destroyed. But the hill giants are acting kind of weird. Like they're not destroying the structures. They're just kind of like they stepped over the wall kind of thing, and then they got clumsy and everything's broken apart.
Final question: which direction is the wind blowing?
Wow.
I have a reason. I promise.
I'm so afraid.
He's gonna whiz into the wind again.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that it's heading in the direction of the smoke coming out of the chimney. So it is going in. Hold on. It is going in
the northeast direction?
This direction.
Okay. So I would like to start making my way back to here then.
Okay.
Stealthily. Do you want me to do another check?
I'm okay. They seem very occupied, and you get the sense of that as you know. But it does seem like the commander guy is constantly saying, you know, hurry up, just finish. We don't have time for this. If you've lost the thing, I didn't lose the thing. And they keep talking about this gadget, this thing.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything before I continue?
We are exiting the building, I would assume.
Yes, that's Gesh's plan. So get to the middle of the town and see where these giants are at, and find out why it's so quiet out there. Because he assumed Arjax could be fighting them by now.
That's a good point.
Where did Arjax go?
You as you come out of the home, you actually see this as this Goliath just kind of crosses the street, and you're like, and that's him.
He's playing hide and seek with the giant friends.
Okay, so what I would like to do is go to here and start collecting pieces of wood, tinder, any scraps like that I can get kind of into a bonfire situation. Just haphazard. I don't care if it's... Trust me on this.
Y'all be done with the combat long before RJ gets done setting this up. No, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to go that far though. There's all sorts of there was all sorts of tinder over where the pointer was, because you had all this like debris from wooden tables.
I know.
Okay.
But it wouldn't have worked. I need to do it here.
Okay. So right the tree that you're at before I move you, there's a lot of like fallen branches and stuff.
Cool. Grab that. Any like dry grass, things like that I can find.
I mean, nothing so much that you're going to use it as kindling.
Hay?
I'm seeing some thatched roofs, man.
Yeah, there's thatched roofs. You can rip some hay off the roof. He's grabbing
it as he goes by, and I would like to make a pile back here.
Okay, so that's going to take time. I'm going to let you do it.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do it. But, so meanwhile, the rest of the party, what are you doing?
Step 6 of his 42-step plan to confuse the hill giant.
Yes, or his party,
Confuse
one or the other.
A 42-step plan to confuse hill giants. Yeah.
And
Gesh, what is our plan?
Walk up there, find out where they're at, kill them. I'm sorry. Negotiate with them in a stern and fierce manner.
Roll a wisdom check?
Wisdom check for all of us, or just
no. Just Gesh.
Okay.
Actually, whatever's better, int or wisdom.
Wisdom.
You think that's a fantastic idea? No, yeah. That sounds peachy keen.
Might I suggest, if you're set on this plan, that we might try to separate them, so we only have to.
I'm sorry, I really
Die
can't
by
hear
the
you if
hand.
You're still in that building shouting out the door at what?
Hold on. I got to roll for the Giants. See if they actually heard that.
Actually,
no, they didn't. Okay. So the Giants are still. Also, Arjek, as you cross that other section, you kind of notice that there seems to be, like, again, that kind of cowardly giant is kind of sitting down, and the building he's sitting in front of, there seems like you could easily dump something directly on top of him if you were able to get into that building.
Good to know.
It does not have a thatched roof. It's wooden.
My man is set on a plan right now.
Okay. And Aiden makes her way in the world today.
So what were you saying now, little sister?
That if you're set on this plan of suicide by giant, why not try maybe to somehow separate them so only one hill giant is killing us at a time?
So you're saying using this maze-like town somehow as a way to avoid and to scamper and draw them through into guerrilla warfare?
I've never seen large hairy primates fight, other than these ones, but it just seems like charging up there and fighting all three at the same time is, I don't know, certain death.
Oh, technically we don't know there's three there, but yeah.
Oh. Well, no, Arjek said he heard three distinct voices. I'm going by that.
About 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah.
When did Arjek say that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay.
Perhaps you two could hide down a side road and I could lure them somehow. One at a time, or just, I don't know.
And then perhaps you could kite them around. Well,
What's a kite?
Just
no matter what, we should move up some more so we can figure out what we see, since we don't know what the center.
Find out what our brilliant friend Arjax is up to.
Okay. Are you making some movement? Are you doing this stealthy, Traben?
No, he's not even trying.
Okay.
I mean, he's not like jumping up and down, but I mean, he's wearing chainmail. He pretty much decides there's no sense in trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
They're hill giants. They're not brilliant.
And Aiden is staying behind?
I'm following at a safe distance.
Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I will. I'll sneak out like there and then there.
So Aiden kind of runs up and goes, "Wow, that's way too close."
Zip.
Zip into that corner, into that corridor. Okay, Arjak, give me a strength check. Let's see how well you're doing what you're doing.
Okay. Hopefully well.
Moderately. It's not as fast going as you would like, but it's not horrible.
Okay, I'm not trying to be neat about this.
No, I realize. I'm just saying that, like, the various logs and stuff that you get, some of them are small and they're easy to transport, and some of them are big and you're like, this is taking a little bit longer than I intended.
Okay.
So what are you trying to do?
I don't want to spoil it yet.
Okay.
In short terms, I'm trying to create a bonfire.
Okay.
Oh, that could be our distraction.
Okay.
And, like, do I need to go to step 2 of my plan? Do I have enough wood to kind of get a fire going?
Well, it depends. You can put all your kindling around the tree that you're just north of and use the whole tree.
Yes, I would do that.
Okay.
Okay. Just don't look. Tell me when I'm able to start the fire.
Well, I mean, it's going to take a while to get the fire started.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a torch that I have, light the torch, and just shove it into the fire.
Okay.
To get it going?
So
And
the
I have
torch
one
is
more
lit. You put the torch in there. It's starting, but it takes a while for wood to catch. So
Right.
Okay. So
And I have
that's
one
where
more
we're at.
step- I have one more step I want to do with this.
Oh lordy. Go ahead.
I have 3 blocks of incense that I want to crumble into it.
Didn't you give those to me?
I gave you 1. I have 3 more.
Okay.
You're going to make a pretty smelling distraction.
Okay.
No, I'm hoping to basically mace them with too much incense.
All right. So
I don't know. That sounds kind of like a smart plan.
well, let me. I'm gonna go ahead and draw this real quick because I want to make sure it's kind of. It seems fair, right? I gave you the direction of the wind blowing,
Yes.
so that's the direction of the stuff.
Not a smart man.
So
Everything but the location was perfect.
Well, I'm hoping
Yeah.
that it'll billow up and at least catch that bottom one.
okay. Well, I mean, so your plan is in motion.
It is.
What is everyone else doing? Because this is still taking some time to start billowing up. Now, at some point, I'm assuming Arjak's going to leave said area, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I can see the folks coming up.
Okay. You're going that far up, Gesh?
Yes, since I don't see any giants yet, I'm gonna approach.
Oh,
the
oh,
edge
you
of that building.
you definitively see the. Oh, actually, no, they sat down. So, yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to see it until you caught right there. And so, Hill Giant 1 is prone with his arm is down the well, and you can tell he's trying to look around his arm, but his arm's taking up the entire circumference of the well. And so it's a completely fruitless act, but he's just staring straight at it like, I think I can see it. And Hill Giant 4 is kind of, or Hill Giant 2 is kind of leaning over him and smack him upside the head and just going, you can't see around your arm. You shouldn't have dropped it. And then all of a sudden you hear this, oh, well, I guess you don't know what they're saying, but it's a lot of, that's what's going. Yeah, sorry. You wouldn't be able to know what they were saying.
I was trying to get a conversation going with you. Right, it didn't work.
All right, so Arjak, you just happen to notice Gesh cross by your path.
But just to let you know, once I see that, I am going to go up against this building, flatten myself up against it, and get Traven's attention and go.
I'm gonna try to move to there and motion for everyone to follow me.
So you're going to go into the. I just want to make sure we're seeing this right.
Oh no.
You're going to move until the middle of the street.
How do I get y'all not to? Can I make eye contact? And kind of.
Well, you can't force Gesh to look at you, right? So I would assume that you'd have to be at least halfway up the building that you're next to in order for him to see you at a peripheral.
Well, he said, well, Gesh said he went against the wall of the building and is looking at me, so he's looking in that general direction.
Ah, okay. So fair enough. Yeah, actually, Gesh, you kind of look up and you see Arjak, and this small puff of of dense smoke is starting to emanate from a tree. You've never quite seen something like that before.
Well, I bet he
I'm gonna
has.
be like-
He breathes fire.
And just start moving this way.
Okay. As you begin moving, you hear the Hill Giant 2 kind of look straight up, and and you basically, having spent as much time, you've kind of understood who's speaking when without seeing them. And so clearly Hill Giant 2 is speaking to Hill Giant 4, and he's saying, Did you puff one from your bottom? Something smell weird.
That's the.
And Arjak will be like, because he thinks it's funny.
That's so creative. It's awesome.
So okay, you've made it this way. Let's go ahead and roll initiative at this point.
Oh, I gotta get rid of that incense off of my inventory.
Sweet.
How do I remove it?
-1, Gesh.
How do I remove something from my inventory permanently?
We'll worry about it later.
Down at the bottom, the little hash mark. Says edit list.
Oh yeah, the edit list.
Click that, and then
Okay. Delete that. I now have 9 torches.
Gesh, I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
Why doesn't the cleric ever get to make the wisdom saves?
You hear that vaguely familiar voice in the back of your head, except it's very distinctly female now. And it's not like, because you had like a fight between a male and a female voice before, and now it's very distinctly female, and you can you hear it go, "What are they doing?" Next thing you know, you kind of notice that your backpack feels just a tiny bit heavier. Not much, just a tiny bit. There might be something in your inventory.
Okay. I knew that giant food was not the food I should have been eating.
So,
You're gonna puff one from your bottom?
Trayman, you're
Yes.
starting. From where you're looking, you get the sense that if they weren't directly talking to one another, if they just looked up, the leader, clearly the leader, would see you where you're
which
at.
which one is clearly the leader? 2?
Yes.
I shake my head in disbelief at their idiocy. Step over here to Gesh.
Okay.
What is our plan? He
Well,
whispers.
Well, I'm not quite sure what Arjak meant by that strange primitive dance he did before he disappeared around the corner there.
You saw him.
Yeah, he was right over there where that tree of fog is.
Did he set a tree on fire?
It's not really fire, it's tree of smoke. As far
That's
as I
true.
Can tell.
Let's not tell Aiden about that.
I had no intentions. Although it smells pretty over here. You smell that? It smells kind of like church.
You're right. Is he making an offering to his giant can? That's what he's doing. Oh,
Did
wait,
you poof
sorry.
one from behind?
I did not.
You sure? That smells like pious to me.
Okay. And that's all for your turn. Hill Giant 1, it still has his hand reached down there, kind of grunting something. Arjak, you kind of hear him go, so glad you poofed over there, as he's like reaching in, right? Like, I don't want it, don't poof on me. And the next, the leader Hill Giant is, he's starting to get kind of concerned because he's like, wait a minute. That's fire. And all of a sudden he goes from a hunch down to he's looking straight out, and his vision is straight out towards where the tree is. In that direction, and he's scanning the area. Let's actually see what he rolls. Oh, he's very much aware of where the source of the smoke is coming from, and he goes ahead and moves in this direction. Right now, he is facing the tree. It's the only reason he does not see the two of you standing right there. Okay? Hill Giant 4 kind of cowers away a little bit, stands up and makes a couple steps over to this other building, and sits back down. Arjak.
Okay, so I want to run an idea past you and see if it's like...
No. Just do it.
I would like to climb the ruins in front of me, and is there a roof I can jump off of at the giant?
So you're going to try to climb on the house that you're at right now? It's not
Right.
ruined. It's just a home.
Right, get up on the roof, run, and then jump off with my axe at the giant.
Give me a wisdom check.
To see if I know that they're there.
Nope.
Okay.
To know that you'll break your neck.
Oh, I don't think that rolled.
Didn't roll.
Combat tracker. It's right over my dice tower.
No, that sounds like a great plan. In fact, I would highly encourage you to do it. Roll a athletics check.
Athletics.
Yep.
Hold on, I have something with athletics. Oh no, it's just I have proficiency with it. Okay.
Okay. Aiden, you can kind of see this because he's right at the corner, and he just found the right handholds as he's climbing this kind of stone cottage, and he scrambles up it faster than you've ever seen someone climb, and then he steps out onto that thatch roof and whoosh, goes right through the floor. So you are officially right inside the building, right there, landing on your face.
Was it prone?
You're prone, but it's not. It's
Can I
they
dex
can't
save?
see that you're prone because you're inside the house.
Can I dex save?
For what? I'm not.
To
You're
try
not
to
taking.
land on my feet?
No.
Ah.
No.
Okay,
I gave
so-
you a chance with the wisdom save, but no. That's one of those thatch roofs.
Okay.
Does it make a lot of noise?
So he does, and the giant kind of looks over at the building, but he doesn't notice. He doesn't see anything. So since he's he kind of looks over there briefly, and then he looks straight back out. And again, you all are so happy that you are seeing this side of the giant. Okay.
Can I use my remainder of my movement to move there?
Uh,
To stand out?
So I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to make any more movement, it'll be rolling. Do you want to roll?
What am I rolling?
No.
Oh, he meant rolling.
Rolling on the ground.
Well, no. I was wondering. Okay, so I'm guessing it took 10 feet of my
Climbing is not a straightforward task, right? It's not like you
Okay.
go, I'm right up there, right? So you ate a lot of your movement climbing up and then falling straight back down. You're prone now, so you don't
Okay.
have enough to stand up.
Then yes, I will roll to there.
Okay. roll. You kind of knock over a couple more tables, and both Gesh and Traben are hear this noise coming from the house. The giant again looks over there and is confused, but is still moving in the direction of the tree. Gesh, you were up.
All right. So can I see the tree too? Yeah, I can. Right, because it's that
Oh, absolutely.
that pink one down there. The giant's looking at it.
Yep. He's actually kind of using, if you can imagine, he's kind of using the top of the house that's next to it with the wooden roofing, kind of peering around it.
Is the doorway to the house that we're up against on our side here? Or is that what's around the front?
It's right next to Traven.
The door. All right. So is it closed? This door?
So again, people left the town in a hurry, so it's closed-ish, but it's not closed. It's
not locked.
It's
right?
not. It's clearly not locked because it's not fully closed, right? It's just.
Right,
it's just you can't peer into it.
Yeah, I forget. Can I pass through Traven?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to give Traven that. But let's go. And I'm going to move over to here. But what I'm going to do also is cast prestidigitation on that tree. And I'm going to make as big as I can a symbol of Shantae up here on that tree.
The one that's burning?
The one that's burning and smoking. Yep.
So the question I have for you is, how far does prestidigitation work?
That I'm going to look at for you right now. Ah, you're right. It's only 10 feet. So no.
Okay, so
I'm not going to do that then.
No. We're gonna play this out. You have prestidigitation going out, and now Traven kind of gets a little bit of a chuckle because the back of the giant's calf has Shantae. I need a stealth roll in the tower, though.
Okay.
We're the
So that's
worst.
my final movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is going to be absolutely terrible, but yep.
So the funny thing is, you kind of like step over Traben a little bit and hear this as you walk by, and the thing that kind of makes Traben laugh a little bit is that not only was there a door next to him, but there was a window right behind you, but you were like pressed up against it, so you didn't see it, and so you walked around this way. And did you mean to go in the door or around the building?
Around the building.
Okay.
I wanted to go because I wasn't sure if the door was going to make noise. I'd move Traven, so I just went around this way.
Fair enough. So it was some noise, but it wasn't enough to. It didn't catch the ire of the hill giant.
Sneak.
Aiden, so you're making this 10-foot movement.
Yeah, I'm backing up.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll with advantage.
They're gonna die.
Stealth. In the tower?
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the advantage only. So, unfortunately, Aiden, as she's sneaking around the thing, it's like the bells of a long church, citadel. Bing, bong, 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 like just armor just constantly hitting up against the wooden shack as she makes her 10-foot movement. The hill giant is starting to turn away from the tree. What else would Aiden like to do?
Aiden would like to curl up in the fetal position and cry.
Performance check.
Yeah, no, I have. Can I hold my action? Like my
you can ready an action, but you can't hold it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If the giant comes towards me, I will cast Guiding Bolt on him.
So if the giant comes close enough that you can see him, you're going to cast Guiding Bolt.
If he comes around the corner of the building that I'm hiding at, so like right, if he comes around that corner,
Gotcha.
I will Guiding Bolt him.
Gotcha. You have your readied action. Top of the order, Traben.
Seeing Gesh disappear around the corner, Traben is going to try and step backwards through the door that is ajar before the giant completes his turn to look at the noise that Aiden just made.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Yeah, this is going to be ugly.
It's okay, they're dumb.
I'm like 10 foot from him.
Yeah. So whatever was behind the thing was probably like set up like an alarm for the house, right? So like you hit it and you hear like a bucket of nails tip over, like spray out into the house. The giant has now done a full. Is now kind of directly looking down this way. Sees you disappear into the house. What else would you like to do?
Well, if I only got that far in.
You got movement.
I know, and he's looking at me now?
No, well, he saw something disappear into that house.
Okay, so is there an other door out of the house?
Yes, it's out the actual front. Is
You went in the back door.
right there.
Oh, 'cause that's such a much better place.
I like how now that we've discovered markers, everyone's doing.
Are there any windows on the far side of the house?
No, but there's one directly like in front of the giant that you're kind of stooping down.
That doesn't work either. That doesn't work either. Okay, I will get as far into this building as I can and find something to hide behind.
Okay. You find a nice curio cabinet looking piece of furniture that you've kind of hidden yourself behind.
Yeah, trying to anyway. Okay, that'll be his turn.
All right, Hill Giant 1. He kind of can anyone see him? Aiden, you can kind of see him. So
Yay.
Hill Giant 1 is no longer has basically taken his entire time to pull his hand back out the well, and he's got this metal something in his hand, and he's like, "I told you I didn't drop it. It's here."
I imagine as he pulls his arm out, it's like a.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It takes him an enormous amount. Like, he does nothing but take his hand out of the well and sit up. He's not even standing up, right? Because it just takes so much long. Like, just imagine this, like, well that's just, and here's the thing. By the way, the other thing you notice is that there must be no water left in that well, because when he stuck his hand down in there, it's just wet all around where the well hole is. Hill Giant 2. He saw Traben disappear, but Traben, even behind the furniture, you just kind of see him. He makes it a point to ease his way past towards the tree, and he's being like really careful of like not ruining any of the houses as he's making his way between the two things. And the second he gets over here, he's just, you can tell he's like overwhelmed with the smell, and he's just doing everything he can to put the tree out. Not intelligently, of course, just with hands, right? Burning himself a little bit in the process.
It worked! Kind of!
So he takes a little damage. Hill Giant 4 hears his commanding officer kind of going, "Ow! Ow! Must put this out!" Right? That's what Arjak can hear. And this Hill Giant's like, I'll just wait back here."
My new friend.
Okay, Arjak, you're up.
I'll use half my movement to stand.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dash to there.
Okay. So as you kind of run by, you see this guy who's like the big Hill Giant in the back who was sticking his hands, Hill Giant 1 who was sticking his hand down the hole. He's kind of like sitting back on his haunches, and he's just like, he's so happy with himself that he found whatever this thing is. It's at this point, though, when you run across, and he's kind of sitting back, that you happen to notice that what you thought was kind of this like ugly hunchback that has is really a fur of some sort that has been doubled back, and he must have just an immense, crudely made backpack that he's carrying around his neck.
Gotcha. It's like he kind of took like an animal skin and just kind of sewed the sides into like a pouch kind of thing.
Like trying to imagine just like literally like if you had a sheet and then you doubled it up and then you did right, and then you slung it around your back like a hero, like a superhero. Like you see this kind of tied off, and it's grossly overweight, whatever it is. It appears to be very heavy on his back.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that was movement and action.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save or a wisdom check. Arjak, the man with the plan.
All right.
Yep. Actually, do an intelligence. Sure.
Gosh.
Is it worse? Is it a -1 instead of 0?
Intelligence. Oh wait, that's a main ability. Intelligence is -1.
Let's do it. -1. Oh, and you rolled a 1.
0.
You got 0. So nothing comes to mind. Gesh.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Crickets.
Gesh, you're up.
Uranium.
So, no smashing of friends going on so far somehow or another. That's a good sign. Alright, we're supposed to draw these guys out. So I got... Doing a dash to there.
Okay.
And I'm not being stealthy about it.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast my
Prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Okay. To do what?
Here, and I'm going to basically make fireworks. That's one of the things I can do. So I can see if I can draw them this way.
Okay. You see that he's trying to pat down whatever the tree is that's on fire, and your prestidigitation kind of sparks some noises, and he's like, "Wah!" Like he makes a groan, and RJ, give me a perception roll real quick.
You're having me all these things.
I know. I know.
Perception. There we go.
So he's really confused why like everything's bursting into fire, and he screams back at the guy who just kind of sat up on his haunches. He's like, "Are you the one putting the fire everywhere?" And the guy's like, "My hand in well. I'm wet." That's like all that they can get out. Aiden.
Do I see Traven, or is he in the building?
I'm in the building.
He's in the building.
All right.
Raven has not left the building.
You do see Gash. You saw him run across the street. Almost through Guiding Bolt and then held back.
I'm gonna do the same held action that I had before.
Okay, not moving at
Any
all.
ogre, not moving at all. If any ogre passes my line of sight, I will Guiding Bolt them.
I will give you a 19 stealth check just for that, because you didn't move.
Do I have to roll stealth?
No, not at all. I'm saying you feel
okay.
ultimately stealthy. You feel cocooned in a wall of Shantaea stealth. Okay.
How did that go? Show me again.
Is that okay? I can't do it a third time. Voice. Traben, you're up.
So there was a window
And a wall.
that I could see out. Can I see that giant trying to put the fire out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, barely. You kind of don't really know what he's doing, but you see the giant, and that fact that his face was completely away from you, and you see him go. That.
But I know he's not right outside the building anymore, and he's not really, didn't seem too concerned about, I don't think he might have saw me, in other words.
Okay.
Right?
That giant, no.
So I'm going to go out, again, believing that our goal is to lead these guys into a thing.
Okay.
That's 30.
Okay, at that point, the guy who was sitting back immediately points at you. He sees you come. Hill Giant 1 sees you and roars up. And Arjack, you kind of know that he's saying, found fireman.
And I'm going to go, hey you, big ugly, at Hill Giant 2.
Oh, okay. So Hill Giant 2 is trying to put out the fire in front of you. He's concerned because he thinks the tree's on fire to his left. He then hears you, and you can tell he's multitasking way too hard, and it's too much for a Hill Giant to take right now. Is there anything else that you're doing other than...
If he turns and looks at me, I'm going to run down the street.
No, he is very focused on putting out the fire that's in front of him.
Okay.
Okay?
So, yeah. Now, I do not have my sword drawn yet.
Okay.
Just so, I mean, I'm not being too imposing.
Okay.
To a giant.
So, I guess I just want to make sure I understand. You would still have a readied action, right? Possibly?
To me?
Yeah.
Me? Yeah, I guess my readied action would be to dash my, to execute my dash action, 30 feet down the road. If that giant turns and looks at me.
If Hill Giant 2 turns around and looks at you.
Right, because I wasn't really paying any attention to Hill Giant 1.
Okay. So Hill Giant 1, let's see, who can see this? Guess you kind of see this, just barely. He stands up and makes his movement.
And it's Traven in the back of the head and kills him.
Unfortunately, you're just out of his reach, but he's not being quiet as Like, you can literally hear the ground underneath him sink in this squishy, like, wet, glurgy, muddy kind of... because basically all the water from the well is just, like, all over the courtyard.
So in that case, would that gain my attention and I could execute that dash because something is advancing on me?
No, because because you said it was on Hill Giant 2. Your focus was
That's
there.
That's fine.
But you lucked out. You're just beyond his reach.
Okay.
I said one of them, not two of them.
I got you, fam.
Hill Giant 2 is still putting out the fire, and Gesh, you can see this, and you're just like, this is weird. Why is he so focused on a tree fire? And that's literally all he does, although you can tell that the tree fire is almost out. Hill Giant 4 has decided to that he's curious enough to know what's going on, but not curious enough to get into the action. So he kind of takes a couple steps forward and peers around the building. Arjak, you're up.
I would like to move to the front door here, next to the giant. I would like to hold my attack action, and I would like to yell at the giant. Drop whatever you got there, big fella.
So, I'm sorry. Say that one more time because I want to make sure that I'm doing what you're expecting.
Yeah, I want to move there.
Yep.
I'm going to hold my attack action.
So you're going to ready an action.
Ready my attack action. If he starts acting like either aggressively towards myself or to a friendly, I'll attack him.
Let me go ahead and put him... I'm trying to put it... Okay. So, if he starts acting aggressive to... So, say your ready action one more time.
If he starts acting aggressively towards anyone in the party, I'm going to attack him.
Oh.
So if I see him moving aggressively...
So if he moves to swing...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm going to yell at him to drop what he's holding.
Okay, he looks straight at you.
In giant.
Yeah, no.
Giant.
He looks straight at you, and he goes, "No, mine! I'm not losing it again." And you kind of hear the guy who you got the sense was leading the group, and he's like, "I told you lost it."
Okay.
Gesh, you're up.
Wonderful.
This is so not going to plan. If what plan there was. We're on step 7 of the 42-step distract the hill giant Arjak plan.
We outthunk ourselves.
Yeah. Here we go.
Gesh, make fire.
Getting to there.
Okay. How long does prestidigitation last? It's just the one action, right?
Prestidigitation will last for up to an hour. I can have 3 of them going at the same time.
So it's not a concentration spell?
No.
Okay.
Little bitty cantrip. Doesn't have that kind of oomph.
Okay. So your fire, clearly if the giant is worried about putting out a fire, your fire just wasn't as big as the fire that was set before. So it's a cantrip, right?
Right. So that tree that he's trying to put out.
Yes.
Can I prestidigitation that tree to relight it? Because I can reignite or light small campfires, torches, and stuff with prestidigitation.
Yes, you definitely can.
That will be my action for
All
this
right.
round after movement.
Okay. Aiden, you have a clear line of sight to the building with the ring in it.
Oh, I do?
Oh, yeah.
Which one was it?
It's the one with the big purple circle that
Got the
awning.
blue X.
Blue X.
Yep.
Blue X. Oh. But I'm not going to leave my friends because I think they're all a little bit too brave and will get themselves killed. So I'm going
Translation,
to...
she means stupid.
Yeah. I'm going to move to there and then there so I can get a better...
Did you move a second time?
Yeah.
There. Okay.
So it's 25 in total. So I just want to get a better see of what's going on, and I see Traven and the giant behind him. So I'm going to try the distraction thing too.
Okay.
I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon right here.
Okay.
Actually, no. Right? No, yeah, I have to, because I guess I have to be line of sight. So
wait a minute.
There.
Where did you... Okay.
So it's a
You
sight.
can see past the hill giant. He doesn't...
Oh,
Because
Okay.
he's so tall, you can see through his legs.
okay. So I'll put it on the other side of him.
Okay.
And it's a scythe. And can I attack with it on that round too?
Absolutely.
The
Okay,
bonus
so-
action, yeah.
Yeah. So I will make it attack him.
Okay. Target him.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a hit.
Why are we attacking? He was so nice.
But
So-
I don't want him to smoosh Traben.
So your spiritual weapon of a scythe just comes into view, and Traben, you're kind of see this, because at this point you're standing in such a way you're like, well, I got them both in my peripheral vision, kind of thing, and the scythe appears directly in front of you, pretty much, right?
I've
and
seen
you
it
see
before.
it
This is not the
swing
first time
back,
she's cast it.
and it just
Yeah.
comes through like it's gonna just carve him, and it's like. In your mind, you're visualizing the sound that it makes, and it sounds like bink.
Yeah.
And the giant gets like not happy. Traben, you're up, and I've got bad news.
Yes.
The only reason that he doesn't have range to you right now is that he's not wielding his weapon.
His tree trunk.
Well, no, he's just got... They all have massive great clubs that... Not actual tree branches. Which is
Right.
good, which is better for them because it's not semi-improvised, right?
Right.
Let's
So, I mean, I realize that this is Aiden's spiritual weapon, because I have seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
So I know she is somewhere protecting me.
Arjak has not seen this before. He was unconscious last time, and he's like, whoa!
And so if Aiden has decided that we must attack these beasts, who
Oh.
am I to judge her?
I didn't mean
So he
for
will-
this to be a total party kill.
He would step here and draw his sword and attack the hill giant.
Okay.
We going in?
And he will miss.
So the hill giant kind of just turned suddenly because of the scythe, and Traven attacked, but it was the giant had his no longer had his profile to or like gave him his profile, and whoom, the sword just swung and missed, and yeah, that's a thing. Did you want to use any more of your movement?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
I think I'll stand here and take the beating I deserve.
Okay. So, Hill Giant 1, let's go ahead and do an int check for him. Yep, not enough. So, he sees you, but you missed. This little bee thing didn't miss. And so he reaches out with his action to grapple the scythe that just can't do. So, frustrated, he actually takes a step back, giving you an attack of opportunity.
Oh, man. I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
Do I
I'm
get
going
an
to-
attack of opportunity as he leaves my threat range?
Let's see.
Because I was to move into his. Because remember, I was holding my attack for.
Yeah, but you would have had to been like way out here.
That's what I wanted to be.
Okay.
And then you moved him over.
So that's fine. Yeah, you can attack.
Okay.
He didn't really remember you at all. You didn't attack him. You know.
Is attack of opportunity a reaction?
Yes.
Yes.
It's about to be my turn again. Yeah, I'll do it. So do I do this with, like, how do I do a reaction? Is it advantage?
No, you just make an attack swing.
Oh, that's easy. I do this. I do this.
And you miss too. So he takes a couple steps back and he doesn't even see you. So he kind of forgets about Arjack in the doorway. Hill Giant 2. Hill Giant 2 is going to make a strength check. Yep. And so he's frustrated by this tree that just keeps lighting back up on fire. And so he's like, no! And he just like yanks the whole tree out of the ground. And then he kind of just moves this way. Now, in doing so, he actually has a trample effect against... I need a dex save for Traben.
What about for me? Am I close enough for this, or?
Oh, he's going to go right through you as well. So go ahead and make a dex save.
You got it.
You both fail. So Arjack, you take 6 points of damage.
That feels so good.
And Traben, you take 6 points of damage. Now, having said this, though, you can guess. You see exactly what he's intending on doing, and he continues his movement directly to the well, and he just shoves it right down into the well. And so you have this tiny little bit of the tree like poking out of the well, but it's like he's filled it. So each of you do get an attack of opportunity, though, as he moves past you.
I already used my reaction.
No, no.
I already used my reaction.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
Does the scythe get one?
You're welcome.
What?
Does the scythe get one?
You know what? Yeah. You could have taken one on Hill Giant 1. You didn't. You can take it on Hill Giant 2. That's a hit. And again, he's like, and it's like, you don't even see him lose stride. He just tramples over your friends and throws the tree down the well. Yeah. That was a thing. Anyways, Hill Giant 4. He sees his boss kind of getting kind of upset, and you kind of see him run forward, and he's got this like fabric-y thing kind of in front of him, and he's just running forward with this fabric stretched out in front of him.
It's a fire blanket.
Something. Arjack.
I guess we're going hard here, so I will move to there.
Okay.
That's the guy that's holding something, right?
That's the one that told you mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna swing, and I'm gonna swing this as a goading attack.
Hey, Aiden, can you please give me a wisdom check?
Of course.
Okay. And also make a medicine check.
It's
medicine. Okay.
You're completely aware that you've effectively all the attacking that's going on, treat it as though you've not hurt them at all.
Okay.
Arjack, continue.
That had to hurt, though.
Okay, so you use your combat superiority, bringing down your axe, and you do it in such a way that you just, do what has to be in your mind the most complete amount of damage. He's cut.
I need a wisdom save on him, please.
Yes, go ahead.
No, you roll it. It's his wisdom save. I can't roll you a wisdom save.
Wait a minute. So what happens if he fails his wisdom save?
He has disadvantage on all attacks unless against me.
Oh, yeah. So he will only attack you. He failed.
Okay.
And sorry, 1 second. I gotta let the dogs out.
His health dot is still very green.
All right. So
Very
next
green.
one up,
They're
Gesh, you're up. Gesh, your
Big
prestidigitation's still like flickering over on the other tree, but it's it's just it's because it was an illusion that you cast on it, right?
Yes.
So it's not actually catching fire, and you kind of intellectually know that.
Oh no, it's actually the fire part's actually igniting something. That's what it actually lights a torch.
Oh,
Lights
okay.
a tree, lights a small campfire.
You
But the
kind of get the
symbol on his
sense
calf is illusionary. Yeah.
the tree that you did it near the house is really alive, and I don't know if you've ever tried to light green wood. It doesn't light very well, so it's kind of smoldering right now. It's not actually like on fire.
Oh, that was fireworks. That's a spark.
Okay,
going
so
up.
yeah.
I could drop that. That's no actual fire from that.
Okay.
Yep. So Gesh is very confused because this is. I thought we were
plan.
bringing people out, drawing them
Yeah.
out. Now everybody's clumped together, and now we're attacking them when they're all close together. And I
I
don't
never
know.
said it was a good plan.
And
For this group, probably not a good plan.
and
This is
Gesh
like the bad
remembers-
news bears of D&D.
Unfortunately, Gesh remembers what fighting that one hill giant was like up close, and that's not where you want to be. He does not like this at all. And there's 3 of these big meat bags up there. All right, I'm gonna go find Aiden.
And go the other way? We'll go get the ring. We'll do that side quest.
Right here. Oh, I know she was around here somewhere, so that's my full dash movement, and I'm just gonna get to there, see if I can spot her and look around.
Yeah, you kind of see her. She's kind of crouched down a little bit in between 2 houses. You see her in her strike a pose spell mode.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things that if you had not have you not been looking for her, she probably would have kind of like done well against this.
Right. And that's it for me, because I just came running back around trying to figure out why we gathered all the giants back in the one place to fight them. So
Gotcha. Aiden, you're up.
I cast Bless. Everybody's together now. And I'll use my bonus action to move and the thingy and attack.
Okay, do it.
Tink.
oh, we really are doing this. Okay.
Yeah, we are. Aiden started the fight, so we gotta finish it.
Jeez, I gotta change my dice colors.
So again, the scythe slings back. It's about to connect, and it almost bounced off his arm as it hit.
I think.
Traben, give me a wisdom
Realize-
save.
A wisdom
Or
save.
Give me a medicine check.
A medicine check. Medicine.
Hey, Brian, I just need like 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
You know what? Yeah, that's fine.
I rolled it.
Oh, okay. So even with the DC on this is incredibly low. You don't really see any blood coming out of these giants. You know that they've been hit a couple times. It's just there's an overwhelming sense of
this may not
ineffectiveness.
be a great idea.
Don't worry, I got potions to drink. It'll make me big.
And so you're up.
He will bonus action cast or ask Torm to help protect him and cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay.
Then, not wanting to allow Arjax to die alone,
Thank you.
he
Thank
will
you.
move forward and lawful stupidly attack the hill giant.
Okay. Critical hit.
Ooh.
He will burn a spell slot and use a divine smite.
All right. Look at how many
A
ones.
lot of ones.
One.
Man, really?
8, 3. So again, you get the sense that you are going to just completely take this giant out with this critical directly into the gut at that special point, and there must have been, you must have hit a rib or something, because it didn't quite go in quite as hard as you thought it was going to, and didn't do quite the exacerbated damage that you were hoping.
And again, sideways glance at Arjax and say, "It has been good to know you." That is his turn.
All right. So Hill Giant 1 has now been hit a couple times, and he has, you know what? I'm going to let the dice roll where they may. He's a moron, though, so he reaches back out for that scythe, going, "The scythe is the biggest pain of my... And I need a better weapon. That glittery scythe is the weapon for me," and unfortunately does not do a good job of connecting with it. Hill Giant 2, however, is not as stupid as Hill Giant 1. Takes a step up and brandishes his club, and the closest person there is Arjac.
Bring it.
That is a hit.
That is a hit.
And Arjac takes 21 points of damage.
I would like to use Stone Skin Endurance as...
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
Frontal assault, maybe not the best with 3 Hill Giants.
1d12
Yeah,
plus
so let me start
2.
thinking about what my new character will be.
So reduce that by 7.
Okay.
Can't believe you guys ran up there and attacked that. Oh my god.
Yeah, Arjac was down to 1 hit point. Now he has 8 hit points. Hill Giant 4 kind of steps directly into the well as he's kind of trying to make a point across, and he wraps a little bit of this cloth on the back of Hill Giant 2.
They're cosplayers.
And you kind of notice that whatever he's doing has some sort of medicinal effect on him. And the giant healed for just a little bit. Arjac, you are up.
Run, Arjax, run!
I would like to drop my shield,
Okay.
pull a red potion from my hip,
Okay.
and drink it.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need to...
I don't know what this does.
Yeah, I do. I know what it does. So, Traben, you're right next to Arjac as he drinks the potion, and the first thing you notice is that... What color eyes does Arjac have?
Gray.
Okay, they're no longer gray. One's blue, and it's vibrant blue. One's green. And then you notice a second later, and then the one that was green's blue, and the other one's yellow. And 2 seconds later, it's yellow and red.
Now's not the time to be messing with that stuff.
And it's going faster and faster as new colors kind of like switch out. And you're almost kind of like taken aback by it, but all 3 of the Hill Giants are looking at him directly. I need to cast the spell. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's gonna take just a second. I didn't know he was gonna use this here. It's good use for it, but
You never know.
Arjac, you can't help but hear just in the back of your mind pumping in the back of your head, okay?
Okay.
And no one around you hears it, okay? This is just you. All right, so how do I get...
He becomes a disco ball.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll. Let's see. All right, so Hill Giant 4 does not evidently must be blocked by the vision, like what the two giants in front of him. Hill Giants 1 and 2 start doing.
What the?
Okay, and you can in Arjack, you actually hear the music that they must be dancing to.
Hold on. I gotta see. Do I start dancing too?
Okay. Okay. You start. Okay. Did you want to make any movement?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Run!
Gesh,
Start
you're
dancing.
up. Now, in front of you in the square, you can't help but see this, right? There's two giants that are just, doing kind of double takes a little bit. And then there's this giant that's in the back that's kind of been a little bit on the timid side, going, and Arjack, you're here like, what's wrong with you guys?
Wait, do I still hear the music?
Oh, you're hearing.
Actually, can I take that back? Can I make a move? Or am I too late?
Okay, sure. Where?
I would like to kind of move here, and then move here, like maintaining eye contact with them as I go.
Okay. The other giant that's back there is not impacted by you.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I just
Okay.
want to see if they'll come with me.
They
trying
don't.
to do
They
that
don't. Okay. Okay. We'll wait until their turn. Aiden, you're up. Or actually, sorry, Gesh, you're up.
What by the dragon's hoary hide is going on up there? I have no idea how to react to this situation. Hey, Aiden, I think it's time for us to go back to the Cloud Castle. I'm going to literally be stunned, and the only reaction I will have is if Traven suddenly disappears in a tomato paste of pulp, I will shoot off an Eldritch Blast at that one. But right now, I've got nothing.
Okay. Aiden.
So, those giants are actually dancing.
They are actually dancing.
Did he drop the item he was holding?
Oh no, that guy has it with a clenched fist. But that clenched fist is still there.
Okay, I can't see Arjax, but I can see Traven. Traven's not wounded, right?
Nope, not yet.
Traven's wounded, but not excessively so.
Well, I got trampled earlier, so...
I'm gonna peek out.
Okay.
And the weapon's gonna do its thing, because that's for free.
You want to do that? It could make him not dance.
Oh. I
That's
don't.
hit.
Yeah, it's it. Too late. But I'm gonna bolt him anyway.
Okay.
So, man. No, these dice are rolling well.
Not bad.
All right. You definitely see the sheen of a guiding bolt completely encapsulating the Hill Giant 1 with a substantial amount of damage. Traven, you kind of notice that the Hill Giant kind of does a little bit of weirdness as his head's starting to follow Arjack, and he gets hit, and he stops for just a second in his dance, and then just keeps going.
Okay. And then I duck back behind the building.
Okay.
The peekaboo.
Traven.
Traven's gonna dance, mimic them,
Okay.
around the corner here,
Okay. Okay.
and then hit that sumbitch.
He's not running also? What is going on here?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, the flower girl is still inflicting damage.
I don't get it, Gesh. Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
And again, he will burn a spell slot and drop a divine smite on this big nasty. That's his turn.
I'm trying to figure out how not to do a TPK right now.
No, okay. So, Traven, you like lean back into it, and I need you to roll another d20. I need you to roll another attack.
On the giant or just...
Yep. Oh, never mind. You already had advantage. I'm sorry. So, never mind. Sorry. That shouldn't have happened. So, you moved over there. You attacked. The giant kind of looks back at you, and he does one of those. Kind of. And then, but he's still dancing. What is the next go? So, Hill Giant 1. He is going to... so, he... is staring at Arjak, but he's not leaving the squares that he's currently in. Okay. And he will take his turn to attempt to save. Yeah, he hasn't changed his beat. He's still... Now he's kind of doing the John Travolta, disco fever kind of thing. But again, the gear is still in his hand, and he's just doing that. Hill Giant 2.
The gear is in his hand.
Hill Giant 2 still has his club, but he's kind of using it like as a cane, almost like, like do kind of thing. And he's going to go ahead and attempt a wisdom save. So, Arjak, you kind of notice, like, as he completes his turn, he just was like, it just kind of like slams the club down, and he's looking straight at you, and he's really pissed that you made him dance. Okay. Hill Giant 4 is going to take a step up out of the well. You see the Hill Giant kind of wraps Hill Giant 1 with a different funky cloth that he gets out of the thing, but you kind of get the sense that he didn't get a chance to really get the wrapping on well, so that the medicinal effect is not as impactful as it was for Hill Giant 2. Okay. Arjak, your eyes are still and you can still hear the music, but Hill Giant 2 is like, not again!
Okay. So, I'm going to yell at them for an intimidation.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell, I have broken you! I am your leader now! I am stronger!
Okay. Roll the intimidation check.
There it is.
That is incredibly solid attempt. And Traben, you actually, like, as he's saying this, you don't know what he's saying because he's talking in giant, but you're like, wow, that's freaking me out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what happens. Hill Giant 4 has moved away, not having any part of that. Hill Giant 1 is still dancing, so can't get out of his square. Hill Giant 2 looks at you, though, and he's just like, no. Like,
no what?
He's not intimidated by you.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to do anything as far as movement is concerned?
Do I get an attack as well, or did my intimidate count as my action?
Your intimidation was your action.
Okay. I'll go to there.
Okay. So you run by
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to pass his threat range. So, how do I undo that?
He has a 10-foot range. He's got his club out.
Move your token.
It doesn't. What I'm saying, it doesn't matter. You're in his threat range right now.
I see. Okay. So I'll just move here, and then there.
No, go ahead and do what you did before. Where do you really want to go? Go there.
Well, I don't want to leave his threat range. I don't want to attack. Okay.
The DM is just telling you, go where you want to go. Okay. So, because you're running, and he's still coming off of the notion of the dancing that he had to do. So he didn't have a reaction to burn to hit you with.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I thought the other one was dancing. My bad.
The other one is the one that's dancing, but the Hill Giant 2 had just come out of it.
Oh,
Didn't have a reaction. Gesh. So, the one Hill Giant that you can still see clearly ahead of you.
Yeah. Oh, crying out loud. Traven's still back there hitting him. I have not seen the giant splat for Arjak. I think I probably could still hear him screaming somewhere back there. Even Aiden's attacking these things. Oh, God. Alright. Eldritch Blast it is.
You could always scream at Traven.
Yeah, because that works.
Okay. Good point. Eldritch Blast.
Boop. And him. Boop. Alright.
Oh, that's a hit. All right. Max damage. So, Gesh just like does the Hadouken, and boom, hits the Eldritch Blast on the giant dead center mass. He's staggering, and he's still dancing, but you can tell he is so unhappy right now. Like, tears are running down his face as he's like constantly dancing, and he's just like, So,
you just keep going, little magic dancer.
Aiden. Did she disappear?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna peek back out. Weapon will attack. Oh, and miss. Oh no.
Did your spiritual weapon get advantage?
No.
It should have that. Go ahead and roll again.
Then I'll roll again.
That's a
Yay!
hit.
Oh my! And Aiden kills again for the show when she's very bloodthirsty.
So Aiden the kill stealer, as the scythe, and all of a sudden, Traven, you just kind of notice that this giant goes from dancing to, his body just crumples. His arm lets go, and there's this rather sizable gear that just rolls right by you.
A gear.
It's probably 5 feet tall. It does not look light to carry.
Remember, we found that other spiky gear?
Oh yeah, in the spider place, right?
Don't tear up farmland around Aiden, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's right. They're crop killers. So I moved 10 to there. That was just a bonus action, so I have another bit of movement.
Yep.
To there. And then that guy can eat some guiding bolt too.
Okay. Aiden getting brave.
No, they're crop killers.
And again, his back turned to you as he kind of watches Arjak just move away from him. You hit him from the blind side. Incredibly effective guiding bolt. I've never seen a cleric actually pull that off quite so often as Aiden has.
Tori uses it quite effectively too. It's one of my favorite spells.
Hill Giants, not that hard to hit, so it's a great spell to use on them.
Fair enough. Traven, you are up.
So one is dead.
And 2 is sparkly.
Yeah. Arjax is severely wounded.
The little box is where the gear kind of roll to.
Okay.
Who has the spiked gear? Do I have it?
I don't know. This gear is way bigger than that gear.
Okay.
Like what you just saw drop out of his hands, it must have taken up his entire hand. He was palming it, right?
Okay.
And so when he dropped it, it was.
But to answer your question, yes, you have it. Arjack, you're the only one who could carry it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to try to throw it like a ninja star.
Gesh did make that recommendation.
Yep. In fact,
Trevor's going to move to there.
Okay. I didn't know if you were doing a follow-on movement.
No, he's going to stand there and he's going to yell at the still living giant, Hill Giant 2. Of course, he doesn't speak giant, so he's just shouting.
can I translate?
We have killed one of you already. Vacate the village or you shall perish also.
Okay. Hill Giant 1 goes, and is dying. Hill Giant 2 goes, he doesn't like your tone of voice whatsoever. Decides to target you instead of Arjack. Hits with a 25. And smacks you for 16 points of damage. Traben, whatever you said, he was not thrilled about it. And with and the only other thing he does is he grabs the sack that Hill Giant 1 was, and he puts it over his head.
Over his head or shoulder?
Head. There's literally a hole. It's done as a loop, and they were like, just put it over their head, and it's all wrapped up by them. It's not. They're not bright. Hill Giant 4. He is kind of a little more timid. He's just kind of keeping an eye on the action. Let's see, who can see him? Traben and Aiden, you kind of see that Hill Giant 4 is kind of disappointed in himself that Hill Giant 1 died. And with that, Arjack, your go.
I'm going to drop my axe, move to here and pull my longbow.
Okay.
And I would like to attack Hill Giant 2.
Okay, make it happen.
And I'm going to get him with a distracting strike.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Longbow, longbow, longbow. There it is.
Is that a critical hit? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. So this is with superiority. It's going to be... Does it automatically do my crit damage?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to then action surge for another longbow shot.
So you move there. So I want to make sure I understand. You move there. You dropped your axe. There's no
drop my axe. Pull the bow.
Yeah. Let loose. Go ahead. Action surge.
Action surge. This will give me advantage on this attack.
Why is that?
Because the distracting strike I did with my combat superiority dice lets the next attack against that target have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm giving myself advantage. I'm a baby cleric. And yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Another arrow lets loose, and it doesn't quite have the same sort of damage because it wasn't that critical hit that you applied
Right.
before, right? But the giant is definitely looking worse for wear. It's visibly harmed where you haven't seen this giant visibly harmed prior in this engagement. Okay. Next up is Gesh.
We killed one. Huh.
She killed one.
She killed one.
Oh, crud, there's two more. Oh, jeez. Alright, so Gesh will throw a hex on Hill Giant 2. By the ancient anger between the dragons and the hills, I vex you, you walking ham bone.
Okay.
No.
What's
Arjet
the
yells
impact
across
of the
way.
hex?
I do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to my attacks on him. He also has one ability where he's got a disadvantage to his saving throws, so I'm going to say wisdom, since we seem to be throwing a lot of wisdom stuff at them.
Okay. And is that a bonus action, your hex?
No, that's my action. It's
Okay.
a spell. So, that's it for me.
Okay, Aiden.
Oh, Traven, you look hurt.
He hit me with his club.
All right. Bonus action to move this thing. Can I move it like to there?
Move it
Sorry.
20 feet.
What was over there?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. Oh, little jump the gun there. Oh, but I missed. So you can give him back his
How much
He's
damage did
8
you
hit.
do?
6.
8. No, +2, so 8.
Oh, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right.
But I'm going to step up and heal Traven as my actual action.
Okay.
I'm going to use Channel Divinity. How bad? I don't want to heal the giant, though. Better
Are you
try
sure?
And okay.
Okay. Traben, you're up. You're muted.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Traven will step to there.
There is no escape.
I like how when you were yelling TPK, it was actually the giant party.
Only because, yeah.
Murder hobos. Let's do it.
Okay. What are you going to do after you move there?
He's going to hit him with his longsword.
Oh, we'll do
Or
it then.
attempt to.
Make it happen. Yep, that's a hit.
And he will burn his last spell slot for a Divine Smite.
Wow, substantial damage. And again, for the first time in this fight, the giant looks heavily damaged. Hill Giant 1 is out of it. Hill Giant 2 looks down at this human that's doing so much damage. He's aware that the other thing is a spell and that he can't really affect it very much. So again, he attacks Traven. But that is a miss. And with no other option, go ahead and take your attacks of opportunity for both the weapon and Traben.
Oh.
Oh, dang. Oh, I bet she does it. I bet she does it.
I bet she does it too.
No.
So,
Well, he's not that bad off.
yeah, not quite that bad off. And then the Hill Giant continues on his way after picking up the gear.
Uh-oh.
Hill Giant 4, again, seeing his leader Hurt runs forward with some of this fabric and wraps it around him. Let's see how much healing for a modest amount for a giant, but probably the best fabric laying on hand type thing that the other giant has done thus far. Arjack, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
You're slowly starting to hear the music fade. What did you get?
No one's dancing anymore, so...
Okay. So unfortunately, you have this pounding headache as the music recedes, and it's you lose your turn for like you can move, but there's nothing you can action on.
Can I bonus action?
There's nothing that you can do other than movement.
Okay. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
And then here.
Okay. So you
I was
make
gonna
your.
say if I could do second wind to try to heal a little bit, but that's.
Oh yeah. No. You can do second wind.
Yeah, I'm gonna do second wind, which does I've never used it before. It gives me 1d10 plus 3. No, that's a d8. 10.
Should have a little icon on your action tab to make.
I got
my actions.
You could if you haven't set it up, but you can. Right. I'll show you how to do that.
Guess you are up.
I will now cast Eldritch Blast at said giant that I've cursed.
All right, do it.
If I do damage to something that's hexed, do I also trigger that extra damage?
No,
or is it just the... Okay.
And that's a hit. And so not his movement kind of surprised you as he was darting back and forth, grabbing his gear and kind of running off. Kind of glances him a little bit, but you definitely did damage.
Right.
Did you want to move? Trying to figure out why there's this 35 there.
I think he's muted.
It's because it didn't land right where I wanted it to square. I wanted to be in the middle of that 35-foot square, which is only 30 feet for me, because I didn't want to move within the giant's threat range. So here, let me fix the move. Hold on. There.
Okay. Closing in as you do.
Yep. Pulling out the greatsword.
And Aiden, you're up.
How far can I move that spiritual weapon?
20?
20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah, 20 feet.
It's got little legs.
Yeah, I can only move it to there then.
So it's just out of its threat range.
Yep. Let's see. Our Jack's got healed, so...
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
So
did my hit points go up?
I gave you back 12 hit points.
Okay, I'm so... oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind. I was looking at my initiative.
I'll move to there.
Help you there. Say that again.
I'm moving up. This will teach you to destroy the crops. Shantae, curse you.
Okay. What did you... Oh, guiding bolt again. Bolt. And that's a hit.
Taking damage. But hopefully somebody can make better of it. With
she's tasting it, man. She's tasting the blood now. She got that.
Yeah. You definitely feel more the dragon than the born at this point. That's awesome.
Well, she couldn't be a church mouse forever.
No, of course not. Traben, you're up.
Draven is thinking that these two are trying to exit the battle arena.
Okay.
And he is going to allow that.
You started this dance, pal.
I did
You
not.
I
finish
started
it.
the dance.
She started it.
I kind of did.
Yeah.
He is going to walk over here
Yeah.
and
Your murder hobo in the group started it.
start to examine the dead hill giant.
Hey,
Okay.
Just an observation, Bruce.
Yeah.
He picked up the gear and is running with it.
Yeah.
The gear means nothing to me.
Okay. Hill Giant 1. Oh, wait a minute. You wanted to inspect the body?
Yeah, to start to.
So-
you can finish the
So go ahead and roll an investigation check. He had a bit huge thing, and when the leader kind of ripped the bag over his head and put it on his head and kind of ran with it, you noticed that there was a kind of a gross looking pouch off of his belt.
Okay.
This is hilarious. You rolled poorly, but you clearly see the pouch. It's not something hard to see. Inside it is. Can you roll me some percentile dice?
Sure.
Actually, I need you to roll it 3 times.
How do you roll a percentile?
Okay. So the first thing is that so you rolled a 4? That's how many copper pieces you find? Go ahead and roll. This was kind of the stupid one with his hand down the hole, so 42. You find 3 dead trout in the pouch as well, with the coins. So the coins reek of this weird fishy smell. And 82. You also get a giant-sized smoking pipe.
I want that.
And Arjack, to answer your question, you right-click on the 10-sided dice to give you percentile.
Gotcha,
Like
thank you.
options.
Okay. Hill Giant 2. He is going to choose to double move. Concluding there. Hill Giant 4 is terrified that he's being left behind. Arjack.
I'm going to move to here.
Hold just 1 second. Sorry, the map moved on me. Okay.
And longbow my target.
Okay, which one?
The one in front.
Okay, so he's going to get
Number
cover
2.
because of the big hill giant that's directly behind him.
It's fine.
Okay, so do it as a -2.
Okay. I'm going to burn a superiority dice on this.
You should have advantage on it, right? He's still glowy.
Yeah.
Guiding
Probably.
bolt.
So I get advantage at a -2.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll roll the advantage automatically.
That still hits. Yeah, you're going to hit him.
Okay. And I'm going to do this as... a distracting strike. Got so many tabs to go through.
How can I strike with all this hair?
Yeah. That giant is struggling to keep moving. Blood is just coming out from every side of the giant. You just see blood trickling out, and the road as he's running away is just this big red streak.
I've yet to get a final blow.
Nope. Gesh, you're up.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
A coward's death for a coward who runs.
All right.
Oh!
Oh, singe!
Wait. I put distracting strike on him. That gives him advantage. Roll again.
He should already have advantage, does he not?
No.
He didn't roll at advantage. You
Yeah,
got
he
to put
didn't
the
roll at
effect on him.
advantage.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead
gotta
and roll
make an
again.
effect for it.
Roll
No,
again.
I do. It's complicated.
Up, there you go.
Hey!
With a hit. That's probably really loud when I said with a hit. Because I didn't remember that the microphone is literally sitting right there. Let me get really close to it. Okay, so.
WrestleMania.
You sound like Iron Man. Right.
Yeah, you notice that you exceeded the damage by 9 when you rolled a 12, okay? You just kind of like shoot, and somehow you just see like the frustration of the giant that you didn't hit who's directly behind him, right? As like, no, another dead, right? It's just
wait, and here it gets even better yet. Now, in Draconic, Gesh will call out, and his soul belongs to me, and he will do Darkman's Blessing and suck a piece of his life back to him, right through the cleric who has been trying to save.
Nice. All right, next up, Aiden.
Oh, what's going on up there? I'll move my 30. I think I have 30.
Yep.
Yep.
We're going to let the last one go?
Oh, I don't really have much juice left, but
Yeah, I'm running low too.
guiding bolt is 120 feet.
Okay.
Crop killer, vegetable molester.
Ugh.
Well,
So creepy.
I don't mean it creepy.
Oh, and then you roll a crit. Aiden,
Yeah.
are you not like leading the charge at all times this time?
If you had left out the part about the crops, maybe.
Oh no, but in fact, as you move forward, you happen to notice that every farm in the area has had their crops ripped out.
Probably by the giants, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so there's the damage and advantage.
All right. Traben.
Awesome! It's awesome!
Traben is disgusted by his discovery.
The trout?
The 4
Yeah.
coppers and the trap.
Yeah,
I want
4
those
smelly
trout.
coppers, a trout, and a pipe that he can't even lift, probably.
Probably not.
He is going to move to here.
Okay.
Face Tantris and begin to pray.
Okay. The 2 giants that are down do nothing. Hill Giant 4 grabs something off of the Hill Giant in front of him and continues to run away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, to there.
Oh, I forgot to move my spiritual weapon, but it'll never catch them, so.
No.
Yeah.
Arjack.
Okay. So move 30. Use my last superiority dice for a longbow with distracting strike. I get advantage on this for guiding bolt. Yes.
It'll do it automatically, yeah.
Yep.
It will.
Yep.
Yep.
So that puts. I use her advantage, and now I grant the next attack advantage.
Got
I'll,
it.
If you
So
want to throw your
wait a minute. So
yeah,
do
I'll
your
use
damage.
my button.
Well, no, I haven't done my damage yet.
Okay. So again, another arrow kind of hits him in the back as he's running away, and he kind of stumbles forward a little bit, but you kind of hear him scream in giant over his shoulder, "You haven't heard the last of Snore!"
Snore gonna take dirt nap in a minute.
Guess
Snore
you're
for a
up.
long time.
moving my hex to that particular giant. And you, foul beast, feel the wrath of my kin as we have laid waste to yours for generations.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, Arjax. No,
No.
no personal insult there.
Okay.
Gesh is a smack talker, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of us didn't go shopping for rotten trout. Oh. Judicator of Torm.
Ooh. I have not attained that rank yet.
Let's see. Not target the dead one. Target the live one. And here we go. Come on. You said I've got advantage on this one?
I put the thing on
Oh,
it.
thanks.
And that's a hit. You kind of notice that when you hit him with your Eldritch Blast, he kind of stumbles forward, and you see him, look. There's a massive boulder that's directly in front of him.
Oh.
Arjack.
Okay.
Didn't
You're going backwards.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you went back.
No.
Oh,
he let the
sorry.
giant have his
Aiden.
turn.
Thank you. Aiden.
Okay.
I'll just hold that there for later.
I will move up as well. Is he still in range? Now I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level
Okay.
because that's my last spell slot. I really wish I had taken a cantrip that did damage. Okay, please hit. Okay.
That's a hit.
All right, so 2nd level adds a d6, but I haven't programmed that in yet.
Okay.
So I will just roll a d6. You can add
One more point.
15.
Yeah, and once again, advantage.
Okay. Traben.
Blah, 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 blah. Torm, blah, 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 blah. Great, powerful, blah, 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 blah.
Fantastic. Hill Giant 4 stands up for a second, heaves a boulder, and it's massive. And it's targeted at both Arjack and Gesh.
We can so catch this.
Yeah, we can.
You're going to catch it.
Ooh.
Both hit.
Ouch. Oh, shoot.
As Arjack is dropped, and Gesh, you have significant wounds. With that, the Hill Giant continues moving out of range. Not that he's completely out, but he is moving towards the edge of the map.
Yeah, I got nothing left.
Arjack.
I gotta do a death save.
Yeah,
It'll do it when you
I should have
pass it.
hit down because it didn't activate his death save.
Well,
Do I just click the death save little icon next?
Yep. That's a fail.
ooh,
That's two fails.
That's two fails.
Actually.
No. Yeah.
All right, Gesh.
Do it, Gesh. Do it.
Why didn't you catch it?
No, I know. I got down, Mr. President, and did the dive in front of the boulder for you. I will be disappointed if you do not kill this giant.
You and your old challenges back and forth.
Don't let me die with you letting this guy go.
Eldritch Blast. There's still advantage on him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Should be.
We'll find out. Whop.
That's a direct hit again. And you've successfully hit him, but again, Hill Giant 4 was really out of the commission, really wasn't a part of the action until the very, very end. So only the damage that he's really taken is on this road as he's trying to escape town.
Right. So I'm going to use my second wind at this point.
Okay.
Smart.
And that will be it for me.
Okay. Aiden.
Arjak, such a disappointment.
I
Move
have
up
a
to
health
here.
potion on my hip if you just want to pop that and pour it down my mouth and save the spell slot.
I got to spare the dying.
Okay.
That's all you get. So he goes to 0 hit points.
Okay.
No longer dying. But
Take that effect off of him.
Yep. And
Do I,
that's all.
start, I don't have to still roll death saves at this point, do I?
No.
That's correct. Okay. Traben.
Traven is done praying. He is going to move this way to join the party. No, he's going to move.
Do I have a
Seeing
boulder on
that,
top?
hold on. He sees that Arjax is spread eagle on the ground. Aiden is doing something, preparing his body for funerary or something. He's not sure. Gesh is still chasing this giant. Aiden's going to go back and tell the kids they can go get their ring.
You're just going to abandon us?
Okay.
Buddy,
Wow.
buddy.
Feel that
We
lawful
worked
neutral
together.
happening. Lawful
Yeah.
We
Then
work-
lawful
we worked
don't care.
together.
So,
What? There's a cleric praying over a guy. She's got it.
so Hill Giant 4, of course, is going to double move and completely exit stage left.
Well, how far is Hill Giant? Forward.
Pick up my bow.
He's go. So let me get the exact measurement here.
Just out of curiosity, because
Yep. No,
Eldritch
that's
Blast
fine.
has got a good long range.
I believe it's 80 feet. Yes. He's cruising at 80 feet, doing a
So
double
that'll
dash.
put him at 160 away from me, and I can move my 30. That'll be 150. So yes, he is out of range of Eldritch Blast, which is 120 feet, I believe. Let me check.
That's correct.
Yep. Okay. And that's my long range spell too. So that's all I got. So close to killing him.
Could have picked up my bow.
Aiden could pick up your bow.
Do it.
It'd be fluky, but
Is she proficient with it?
It's a simple ranged weapon.
Why is he still showing up as a death save?
you got him.
Did I just
he was-
die?
Yeah, you're dead.
Because she didn't put the effect stabilized.
Yeah, there's
on
no
him.
effect.
Sure
Sorry.
there is.
Well, I'll have to set it up. It doesn't come with one.
It comes in the effects tab. In the top right.
Okay.
And actually, a longbow is not a simple martial weapon. It's
It's
a
not.
one-handed weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Two-handed heavy.
So, okay. Well, y'all have dealt with all the things in Uluvin. There is a place to buy simple sundried items. Something as simple as a club or a quarterstaff could be purchased there. Other things like rations, but there's no metalworking in this town. When the kids, Traven, after you talk to them, they go run and they're so excited. They go find the platinum ring. They ask you all to stay in town for a second. They go run north. About 3 hours later, if y'all are still in town, yes.
Yeah.
The town kind of swarms back in, having seen the giants kind of take off with the teenagers in tow. One of the kids, it's the boys.
Can I make a point real quick that when I get back up, I collect my gear?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm noticing that it's 10:33, so I'm trying to be respectful of everyone's time and rushing through this part.
You're good.
So
It's true, though. Arjak did leave a little trail throughout town to find his way back.
that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, did someone else want to check the other giant?
Yes.
Okay. I need Gash. Can you roll me 2d6? and then 2 sets of percentile dice. There's another, an old widow named Rhonda Heller, and she basically says that her late husband, a rancher, found this particular ring out in the field, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, starting with top left and going 1, 2, 3. Gesh. No, she wouldn't do that. She's terrified of dragons. So she's going to go to Traben, and she hands you a ring.
For what?
She's just like, I'm so grateful that you've rid the town of giants, and I need you to take this as gratitude.
We didn't do this to receive rewards, my lady.
Yeah, she's not having any of it. She's much older than you, and she's just like, I don't want to hear it. You're going to take it right now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what I thought.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Torm's blessing upon you.
And on you, too. She
Thank
isn't
you.
really familiar with Torm, so.
So Gesh rolled an 11 on the 2d6.
Okay, so this giant, far more well off, 1,100 copper pieces.
Wow.
That don't smell like fish?
I don't know yet. What about those other
Can I
percentile
go-
dice?
Can I go grab the pipe?
You can. It's not. I mean, it's probably 25 or 30 pounds, but the problem is that it's awkward, right? It's like 7 feet long.
Have you
That's
seen
fine.
those big horns from Switzerland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricola.
Yeah.
So how much copper was that though again? I'm sorry, I was going
1,100.
1,100 copper.
No,
Hold
but
on,
if-
let me.
I could get this turned into a club. It
And
would be
you rolled a
really-
46. Is that was the other thing?
62 first, and then a 46.
62 and a 46. Okay,
Six-
so
yep.
62. You also found a 6-foot-long wooden fence post. And a 46. You find a giant-sized wooden ear.
Giant
It was-
bags. You gotta
It
love
was
them.
Grand
We're gonna
Pappy's.
we're,
Yeah.
we're gonna leave those behind. Unless Archek wants a giant wooden ear, because you know he might. You can put it on your shield.
Gotta
Exactly.
love giant bags.
Yeah.
So with
Alright.
that, there's really nothing else going much on in Uluvin. Uluvin really is a very, very small hamlet. It's not a trading post per se. The only thing that they ever kind of make as far as money is concerned, beyond selling some of their crops, is people coming through to the tavern area, kind of a tourist area, only from the notion of there's not a lot going from here through towards the Golden Fields if you're coming from the east. As well as some, it's a way station, right? It's a place to get the horses fed and make sure that everything's good to go. The old woman. No, there's another man who has a shed, and you kind of see the farmers kind of a bit downtrodden a little bit because there's a realization that they're going to have to reseed, resow all their crops and hope that there's an opportunity for it to grow
Right.
back.
So
Aiden will help.
well, I actually guess she's gonna walk up to Aiden and hand her 1,100 copper, saying, "Why don't you give this to the farmers and help them with their next year of cropping? Because I'm not carrying."
Yeah.
And there's
Sounds good.
3 of those coins in that other giant's bag.
Yeah, the other giant could only max out at 100 copper, but unfortunately, he must have gambled really poorly.
Give them the trout. It'll make
Yeah.
good fertilizer.
Yep.
So, so there is a slight bit of as you start planting, assisting with the planting. Traben, you're kind of reminded that the golden fields are awaiting, but this, like I said, concludes Uluvin. I'm assuming at the conclusion of this, you're going to spend maybe a day there and then make your way back to the Giant's Tower that night.
I'm taking the pipe to Zephyros.
Oh, nice. That's very good. Wait a minute. This is disgusting. You must have pulled this off a hill giant. And he chucks it off the cloud.
Oh.
I was going to ask him to make it into a club for me, but okay.
Oh, he's disgusted because he thought it was a gift for him, and he kind of looks over the cloud and goes, I never do remember that there might be someone down below. Hope it didn't hit you. It's like, oh wow! Did you hear my dog going up crazy? Anyways, so yeah, this is where we're going to call it. Thank you everyone for coming out to Twitch. Level up. You're now level 4.
Oh, okay. Next time, because I got to go. I got to get to work early.
Yes. Please go.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.